is after the first 3 games, Derek White was the early MVP of the series. And we've done a really good job in the last couple of games of trying to negate his impact. And it's been a big part of our success in the last 2.
Mike, how much has this team grown up in the last 96 minutes, if that's possible?
I think we've grown up a lot since game 1. I know it's we talk about it all the time about how young we are, but it's a fact. And for example, like I challenged Jamal Murray today. I said your greatest challenge as a young player is being consistent. In our 2 wins, you've been great. In our 2 losses, you haven't. And that's part of being young. And I thought Jamal was terrific tonight. And answering the bell after a very disappointing effort in game 3. And then knowing they were going to come in here tonight and try to steal one and take that home court advantage back. And we didn't relent. We stayed with it. And I thought our 3rd quarter was one of our better quarters of the year. That was phenomenal. I just loved how the ball moved, how we defended, how we rebounded. We finally won the 1st quarter, and we finally won the rebounding battle. So we've grown up a lot, and we still have a lot more. A closeout game is the hardest game for many of our young players they'll ever play in, and especially against a team like San Antonio.
Coach, outside of this market, it seems like there's still a lot of casual fans who maybe don't understand and appreciate Nikola Jokic, and I'm just wondering if you think they're missing anything.
I don't know how you miss him. You miss the big white guy in the room. He is a great player. I mean, you hear everybody talk about all these other players, rightfully so. The league is filled with great players, but what Nikola Jokic is doing in his playoff debut has not happened very often in the history of this game. He goes out there once again tonight, 16, 11, and 8. I damn near ran him into the ground. But those threes at the end of the quarter were huge. He can impact the game in so many ways. So I hope in this playoff crowd, this national TV audience, that people are tuning in and watching us and saying, man, this kid Nikola Jokic is for real. We know it, and I think it's about time everybody else started to realize it. Nikola, because he's an analytical, dream, if you will. But what's really impressed me beyond the numbers and the stats has been, to your point, because that competitive fire, that toughness, they're not backing down. To me, he's shown true grit, resiliency, toughness. And for a young guy, first time in this stage, that's remarkable. I said earlier, nothing against Jamal. Jamal's biggest challenge is consistency. Nikola's biggest challenge is, being able to play the minutes I'm playing him, because he's playing at such a high level on both ends. But I love when Nikola plays with emotion. I love when Jamal plays with emotion. Those guys, that's when they're at their best. And I've seen example after example from both of those guys in this series.